So, friends, welcome to this session number 3. Now, this session will go on till max 3:45. So, 1 hour 45 minutes, 1 hour 40 minute session. Our discussion will be on 9.5. We have reached till 9.4. 9394 is reverse charge mechanism. Let us go to 9.5. What is 9.5? Let's try and understand what is 9.5. Okay. So, see, 9.5, okay. It is liability of e-commerce operator to pay GST. It is liability of e-commerce operator to pay GST. Okay. Huh. So pay attention. Pay attention. There are some businesses, okay, where it is difficult to collect GST from supplier. It is difficult to collect GST from a recipient of supply also. Okay, so you will wonder what exactly we are talking about. So we are talking about unique businesses like what government says. See, there is a cab driver here. There is a cab driver. Who is cab driver? They are saying this cab driver is supplier of service. They are saying cab driver is supplier of service and passenger is, who is passenger? They are saying passenger is recipient of supply. Okay, now normally what will happen, normally what would have happened, what you can imagine is a cab driver and passenger meeting by chance. Okay, like we and auto person meet, auto driver. But this service is organized to a lot of extent by e-commerce operators, aggregators like Ola. Isn't it what Ola has done? Ola has got all cab drivers on one platform. All cab drivers who are willing, they have registered themselves on this app called as Ola. What does this app do? What does this app do? This app aggregates. Who is Ola? Ola is aggregator. Who is Ola? Aggregator. Aggregator means it aggregates all suppliers of that cab driver means renting of motor vehicle. That is a service. Of that service, they have aggregated all the suppliers at one platform. And all passengers who could be users of this, they have aggregated on the platform. So as a passenger, what I have to do? From here, I have to suppose go to Bangalore airport. I have to just book Ola out station. That's it. So what happens? I get Ola cab at my doorstep. Government is saying that here, recipient of supply is having amazing service. We should charge GST to him. Means there should be burden of GST on him. But we cannot collect from him. So from whom we should collect? We had another option of collecting from supplier, that is cab driver. But what is the possibility that cab driver will do compliance with GST law? Possibility is very less. So government says cab driver is supplier, passenger is recipient of supply, but this supply is happening through or happening via whom? Via e-commerce operator called as Ola. So we can catch them and ask them to pay GST. So Ola becomes liable to pay GST. Ola becomes liable to pay GST. So this is liability of ECO to pay GST. 91 FCM, 93 RCM, 91 FCM, 93 RCM, 95 liability of ECO to pay GST. So liability of ECO to pay GST when notified services are supplied through it. What is 95? It is liability of ECO to pay GST. Liability of ECO to pay GST where notified services, not all services, which services? Where notified services are supplied through it. Did you understand? Where notified services are supplied? Yes, through it. Point to be understood is Ola doesn't own any cabs. Cab is also owned by whom? It is owned by this cab driver itself. As a cab driver, I have to have a cab and then get listed on Ola. Getting it? It is a zero asset model followed by Ola. Ola follows zero asset model. Zero asset model means they don't own any cars. They are just intermediary. The cab services are just supplied through it. Getting it? So it is liability of ECO to pay GST where, mind you, not all services. Otherwise, you will start imagining Amazon, Flipkart. They are not selling via them. Services are not given. Via them, goods are sold. So surely they will not fall in this category. Only and only 5 services I am going to discuss. Only this. How many services are notified? How many services are notified? Only and only 5 services are notified. Out of 5, this is the first one. Clear, all of you? GST cannot be collected from cab driver, it cannot be collected from passenger. Clear, all of you? Make sense? Government will follow most convenience person to collect GST. In 99.99% cases, they are following the supplier. In few cases, they are following recipient of supply. When they can't follow any of them, they are following ECOs. Clear? So this is first notified service. May I tell you next one? What else comes to your mind? So see, I have given it to you here. Have you heard of this? See, I'll tell you example. I'll tell you example. I went to Goa on vacation. I went to Goa on vacation and we were about 10 of us. Okay. Me, my some in-laws. So we thought that instead of, booking a typical hotel, we will book a bungalow. Now where to find bungalow? So, there is a facility called as Airbnb. You must be knowing this app. On this Airbnb, foreign app. On this Airbnb app, people who have properties which they are not using and which they want to rent out on day-to-day basis, they have listed their properties. Means there is one Mr. Joseph. Example, there is one Mr. Joseph in Goa and he has his bungalow. He has his bungalow which is having 3 floors. Okay. Now, second and third floor, he has listed on Airbnb. Means he has put it on sale. Sale means not selling it, but for letting it out on day-to-day basis. Okay, so we are happy. 10 people of us, we are getting this whole second floor of the bungalow for 10,000 rupees. We are very happy because otherwise we would have gone to a resort and it was 10,000, I think, for 2 nights. So we are extremely happy. Otherwise, we would have gone to a resort. We would have spent, we would have taken 3 rooms. Each room would have costed minimum what? 3,000 per night. So it would have been 18, 20,000 minimum. But here, whole floor we are getting for 10,000. We are happy. So as customer, we are happy. Win-win situation. As customer, we are happy. Mr. Joseph is happy because now his property is listed on Airbnb. Anyone can access it. And if I like the property, I'll put the review. Then you will read the review. You also might like to go. So in short, their property is now occupied mostly for 200 days. So they are also happy. Airbnb will take their commission. Getting it? Like Ola takes their commission. Airbnb will also take their commission. Now what will happen? Tell me. Who will pay the GST? Can we ask Mr. Joseph to pay GST? Mr. Joseph, let me tell you, is URD in GST. URD means, huh? They are unregistered under GST. Can you expect them to pay GST? They cannot pay GST. We are customers. We paid 10,000 rupees. We cannot go to government and pay GST of 1800 on this. So it is neither liability of us nor liability of Joseph. Who will liable? Who will be liable? Airbnb. Who is Airbnb? ECO, Electronic Commerce Operator. They will be liable to pay GST. So this is second notified service. Which service we are talking about? Service of accommodation. We are talking about unregistered person providing accommodation service. Unregistered person providing which service? Accommodation service. Okay. Understood? Two services. Now comes third one. Have you heard of this wireman or plumber? If you want to find wireman, plumber, then it's a very unorganized sector. How do I find wireman, plumber? So a app like Urban Company has listed all the plumbers, wireman, housekeeping service providers on a single app, and customer can avail their service. You cannot rely on customer to pay GST to the government. Burden will be on, burden will always be on customer. Burden will not change. It will be always on customer. What will change? The hand which is paying to government will change. Neither customer is paying nor plumber, because plumber might be unregistered. Carpenter might be unregistered. Who will pay? Who will pay? ECO will pay GST to the government. Clear? So what is the service? Unregistered person providing which service? Say it loudly, which service? Housekeeping service. Like plumbing through ECO. Liability of ECO to pay GST. Clear? All of you understood? And then comes next, your favorite one, Zomato. Right? So these Zomato, Urban Company, they are just examples. Zomato can be replaced by Swiggy. Okay, then Ola can be replaced by Uber. Everyone has its replacement. These are just famous examples. Who will be liable to pay GST when a restaurant or hotel provides services to end consumer via app like Zomato or Swiggy? Who will be liable to pay GST? They are saying it is Zomato. They are saying it is ECO and not hotel. Even if hotel is registered, not hotel. Neither the customer who will pay, ECO. But I want to tell you one small technical point. Via two examples, I will tell you. There is ABC Hotel. There is ABC Hotel near your house and you are customer. So ABC Hotel, you don't know their phone number. You don't know phone number of ABC Hotel. And when you find their phone number via Google, you do a lot of efforts and you call them with a lot of expectation that I want to order so and so. Please give me home delivery. They say no, no home delivery available. But we are listed on Zomato. They keep the phone. Now you have to go to Zomato and you have to search for ABC Hotel and you have to order your favorite dish. ABC Hotel, mind you, is what? Registered under GST or unregistered under GST. Does it make difference? Friends, I would like to tell you, it doesn't make difference. It is registered under GST or unregistered under GST doesn't make difference. You are taking service to whom? ECO, correct? Who is liable to pay GST? ECO. Neither hotel nor customer. ECO will be liable to pay GST. Okay, see, so students who have cleared this paper and whatever exams way back also, they will always remember these things. When they see Zomato, they'll remember GST automatically. Omnipresent, GST is omnipresent. You can't forget it only. So, liability of ECO to pay GST to government. But now see one technical point. Now see one technical point. There is, you know this hotel, JW Marriott. It's a five-star hotel. In the premises of JW Marriott, there are various restaurants. Suppose there is one Italian restaurant in the premises of JW Marriott. There is an Italian restaurant. So of course you will like to go to this place and have food. But you are so much fan of that that one day you decided to have that food at your home. So you ordered it. Usually no one will do that because we go there so that we can check in, right? So that we can have the feel of that ambience. We go there for that. But as a customer, you are crazy and you ordered the food via what? Zomato of this Italian restaurant, which is in the JW Marriott's premises. Government says our more faith is on JW Marriott and not on Zomato. Who will pay GST? The original restaurant will pay GST. So what is differentiating factor between ABC Hotel and JW Marriott? What is the difference? Difference is this Italian restaurant, it is in premises of such hotel which provides accommodation, which provides what? Which provides accommodation by charging. This is called as declared tariff. By charging rupees 7,000, by charging more than rupees what? 7,500 per night, per day, per night, whatever you call it. In short, it is a big hotel. You don't want now Zomato to pay GST. You want whom to pay GST? Yes, you want that hotel to pay GST. Mind you, even rate of GST changes here. Usually it is 5%. In these cases, it will be different. It will be 18%. Rate of GST also changes. And who will be liable to pay? The restaurant, not the ECU. Got the criteria? So see, however, if restaurant is in premises of such a hotel which provides accommodation by charging more than 7,500 per day, then it shall be liability of restaurant itself to pay GST. Make sense? Clear? Then, or if you don't understand JW Marriott, you can take example of Taj. You know Taj, any of the Taj hotels. Now, last example and last case, fifth case. What is fifth case? You book a bus. You book a bus ticket. Yes, you book a bus ticket from ticketing app like Redbus. It will not be liability of bus operator, but it will be liability of ECO to pay GST. Only condition is that bus operator should be other than company. Bus operator should be other than company. So for going from Tumkur to Bangalore, you book a bus. You book a KSRTC bus via Redbus. Liability of Redbus to pay GST, not KSRTC. Clear, all of you? So these are the 5 notified services. You should not forget this 5 notified services. Shall we go to some examples on this? If possible, I would like to show you. If possible, I would like to show you Ola's bill. Ola. Will I find Ola bill? Ola bill I will find. See, yes, fantastic. Oh, but this is bill, na? This is bill. I should find a ride invoice. Check. What you can see this? This is the invoice of what we are learning. Is it actually practically applicable? 100%. See this. What is this? Latest, very latest. Pay attention, pay attention. Very latest Ola's bill. Ola is what? A brand name. Ola is brand name. Name of the company is something else. So see, Ola's logo is put here. This is a travel date on 4th March. Means just 13 days back when I took a ride from my home to airport. Means Pune, my residence to Pune airport. Total bill was 216. Okay, it was 18.6 kilometers ride, 49 minutes, whatever. Now see the original tax invoice. Okay, heading is driver trip invoice. What is the service tax category? Service tax category is renting of motor cab. Renting of motor cab is the service. SAC code. SAC stands for Services Accounting Code. Means what is the, if you see classification, you will find this service in this 996412 number in the notification for deciding rate of GST. So that is called as SSE code. This is the details of driver. See the invoice ID means invoice number, invoice date, customer name, pickup address. See the description, customer ride number. See the fee, ride fee. What is the ride fee? 241.87. GST on this is 2.5%, means 5% total. 2.5% CGST, 2.5% SGST. Please check on your calci whether correct calculation is done. Is correct calculation done? Yes or no? If yes or no, now you get this amount and then discount is given. And friends, check. This is the total amount. I am interested in this note. See this note. What is the note saying? Read the note. Loudly read the note. This invoice is issued on behalf of transport service provider ANI Technologies Private Limited. This is the name of Ola. This is Ola's technical name. ANI Technology Private Limited acts in the capacity of electronic commerce operator as per section 9(5) of CGST Act and corresponding 5(5) of of the state GST laws. This is an electronically generated invoice and does not require digital signature. That's fine. But did you get a reference of 9(5) of CGST Act in the invoice generated by Ola? Understood, all of you? Now go to our sums book. Go to sums book. One question was asked in CA final on this. So I will tell you arrangement of sums book. I will tell you arrangement of sums book. Is it printed one-sided? So whosoever wants, you can work out questions here itself if you want. That is the logic. So in this book, see, mandatory questions are given. First 88 questions are, general questions. First 88 questions are general questions on the basics till page number 11. They are basic questions. Clear? Then starts numerical on scope of supply. That is section 7. You will find numericals on section 7. As you go ahead, you will find numericals on section 8. Understood? These all we are going to solve. Then you will find on composition scheme, section 10. Go ahead. Time of supply, section 12 and section 13. So all required topics. Valuation, section 15. Go ahead, scroll down. ITC, section 16, 17, 18 and also 49.5. What is 49.5? What is 49.5? You are using your ITC to pay output tax. So even that is included in this ITC questions. Go ahead, go ahead. Registration. Very few questions are there in this. I will give you additional for this. Payment of GST. Again 49.5. Dedicated questions. TDS TCS. 51, 52. Exemptions. Every topic is covered. Then you will find place of supply. Section 10 and 12 of which act? Of IGST Act. You will find 3 questions given, and then see this. Refer additional 20 questions. Additional 20 questions. See this. Additional 20 questions of place of supply. Starting from 1 till 20. Got it? Then what starts after that? After that, in your notes, fresh page starts where there is GST, CA inter, super sums. Can you see super sums? This is super sums point 1. Super sums means what? Super sums means they are either they are from CA final, they are from CA final, or they are very good question. They are mixed questions. They are mixed questions, mixed from various topics. You have to apply a lot of principles in them. So I've kept them as super sums. So actually, knowledge of more than one topic will be required to solve many of these questions. These I have kept in super sums. So right now, I want you to be in the super sums. I want you to be in the super sums. So I have tried to tell you that majorly which topic they will be from. In the heading, I have given the subheading like this. Go ahead. Go ahead. Can you see then super sums which solutions are given? But still we are going to solve it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Super sums 2.2. This is another set of super questions. Starting with fresh page number 1. So in super sums 2.0, I want you right now to be on question number 3, on page number 3 of super sums. Are you there? Check when it was asked and in which exam it was asked. It was asked in November 18, 5 marks, CA final. That's why it is in super sum. Shall we start? Shall we solve it? Read it. Read it. Sanjay of Delhi made a request for motor cab to super ride. Okay, so I think Sanjay of Delhi is going to be recipient of supply. For traveling from New Delhi to Gurgaon. What happened? For traveling from New Delhi to Gurgaon. So, Gurgaon is in Haryana. After Mr. Sanjay pays the cab charges using his debit card, he gets details of driver Mr. Joravar Singh So can I say Joravar Singh is supplier and the cab's registration number? Super Ride is mobile app owned and managed by DT Limited. Like Ola is a mobile app owned and managed by that ANI Technologies, located in Delhi, located in India. Application of SuperRide facilitates potential customer to connect with person providing cab service under the brand name SuperRide. Understood the model? Who is supplier? Joravar Singh. Who is recipient of supply? The passenger, Mr. Sanjay. What is the name of the app? SuperRide. SuperRide is managed by ECO called as DT Limited. Whose liability to pay GST? ECO. Who is the ECO? DT Limited. Bas, so simple. So simple. DT Limited claims that cab service is provided by Joravar Singh and hence he is liable to pay GST. Is it correct? It's not correct. With reference to provisions of which law? Which act? IGST. Sir, you have not taught us IGST. Okay, no problem. 9.5. 9.5 will correspond to 5.5 of IGST. What is correct in CGST is correct in IGST. Here, why IGST Act? Ride starts where? Where is the ride starting? Delhi. And where is it ending? Huh? Gurgaon. So basically, what they want to say is this is interstate supply. Even location of supply we don't know. So it is an they are suggesting it is an interstate supply. So which provisions will you apply? You will apply provisions of 5.5, not 9.5, but you will apply provisions of 5.5. 5.5 of which act? Exactly. 5.5 of IGST Act. Determine who is liable to pay GST in this case. So simple. What? Sorry, would your answer be different? Okay. Now, one thing. What if any of this issue we discuss now? We discussed 5 types of services provided through ECO. So we discussed example of 5 ECOs like Ola, Airbnb, Zomato, uh, Urban Company, and Redbus. Suppose all are in India itself except Airbnb. Airbnb is not in India. It doesn't have office in India. So how to ask Airbnb to pay GST? If someone is in India, then only I can collect GST from him. They have just put the app on the Google Store, on the Play Store. They have just put the app on the Google Store, Play Store. Getting my point? Question is now, question is simple. Question is simple. How GST will be collected? From whom? Because they don't have physical presence in India. They don't have office in India. So who will pay the GST? So government says we are very serious about collecting GST. You, if you don't have physical presence in India, if you don't have physical presence in India, then your representative will pay the GST. Who will pay the GST? Your representative in India will pay the GST. Why is he representative? He is representative for any work. He will pay the GST. So we are very serious. We have put a proviso. Proviso means exception. And what if they say no, we don't have representative also? Then what? Then government says don't do business in India. Then government gives you one more chance. They say appoint a representative. If you do not have representative in India, then appoint a representative. but pay GST. And if you don't have time to appoint also, then please don't do business in India. Slowly we'll ban your app in India. So we are so serious about collecting GST. We have first given you chance to pay GST if you have physical presence in India, but you are a foreign app. So your representative in India should pay GST. If there is no representative, then you shall appoint representative whose work will be what? Paying GST. Clear? Understood? So now comes my next question, sub question. Would your answer be different? What do you think? If DT Limited is located in New York, USA? Of course, yes. If DT Limited is located in New York, that is, it doesn't have physical presence in India, then it will be liability of representative of that ECO in India to pay GST. And if it doesn't have ECO, then it shall appoint a representative for the purpose of paying GST. So read the solution. Read the solution step by step. First point, as per section 55 of IGST Act, in case of certain notified services supplied through ECO, it shall be liability of such ECO to pay GST in India to the government. For this purpose, motor cab is inter alia notified. What's the meaning of inter alia? What is the meaning of inter alia? When you are lazy, you should write inter alia. Actually, how many services are notified? 5. Are you willing to write all the 5? It will take a lot of time. Use the word inter alia and note that one. Very systematic, sophisticated way of showing your laziness. If Prem sir asked me that today who all attended the class, and I know name of only one person, I will say many people attended inter alia. Who played well in India what final? India New Zealand final of Champions Trophy. Whole Indian team inter alia Rohit Sharma, means including Rohit Sharma, many other. So what I am saying, that there shall be liability of ECO to pay GST in notified services, and which services are notified? I am saying that for this purpose, renting of motor cab is inter alia notified, means along with other services, which I will not write because I am bothered with motor cab. Therefore, in given case, for the interstate supply of service of motor cab via ECO DT Limited, by Mr. Joravar Singh, the liability to pay GST is of DT Limited. Clear? The contention of DT Limited, what DT Limited is feeling? DT Limited is feeling that they are not liable. That contention is not correct. So the contention of DT Limited that it is not liable to pay GST as the supplier is Joravar Singh is not correct. Contention of DT Limited is not correct. Further, even if DT Limited is located not in India but outside India, then it shall be liability of representative of such DT Limited in India to pay GST. This is given in first proviso. And what is given in second proviso? If there is no representative of DT Limited in India, then shall appoint a representative for purpose of paying GST. And it shall be liability of such appointed representative to pay GST. Make sense? If such question is asked, will you be able to answer? Fine. Since solving was not involved, I thought I'll give you the solution directly. So no need to present this. In the notebook right now, no need to present. Clear? So such questions, mostly of CA final, I have incorporated in the super sums. Now do one thing. Any doubt you ask in section 9. If no doubt in section 9, then I am going to section 15. 9 had made a reference to one section. 9 had told you 9 had told you that if you want to find out value, you should go to which section? Yes. 9 had told you that if you want to find out value of supply, you should go to section 15. So 15 is value of supply. What is 15? Value of supply. Fifteen one says wristwatch. You remember today's typical chain. A was selling to B for what price? A was selling price was 10,000. B was selling to C for 15,000. And C was selling to D for 17,500. So if you remember that example, we charged 18%. We charged 18% on 10,000. Then we charged 18% on 15,000. Then we charged 18% on 17,500. So you will say, what is big deal in finding out value? Value is the selling price. What is value? Value is selling price. So actually, assessable value. What is meaning of assessable value? Yes, friends. What is meaning of assessable value? Assessable value means taxable value. Acha, this topic has weightage of 5 marks compulsory in your exam. Minimum 5 marks weightage. So pay attention 100%, and it has a lot of solving to be done. So assessable value means taxable value. So assessable value will be equal to transaction value. Yes, once say with me. Assessable value equal to, huh? Yes, assessable value equal to, everyone please make your blood in the body running. Chalo, don't be lazy. Assessable value will be equal to transaction value, means that price at which goods are sold or services are given. That's it. That value at which goods are sold or services are given, nothing extraordinary. Assessable value shall be transaction value, that is price actually paid, that is price actually paid or payable for supply of goods or services or both. Simple. Once repeat this sentence with me, because meaning is simple. Meaning you have understood. Assessable value shall be transaction value. What's the meaning of transaction value? Price actually paid or payable for supply of goods or services or both. Price actually paid or payable for supply of goods or services or both is TV, and AV shall be TV. But government says there is a problem. Problem is that if you don't satisfy these two conditions are to be satisfied. What conditions? Supplier and recipient of supply are not related. Otherwise, what they will do? If they are related, what they will do? If they are related, they will fool government. They will say that we are transacting at 10,000 when they are actually transacting at 12,000. Means they will try to undervalue. Anyone will try to save GST. Na? So if supplier and recipient of supply is related, what they will do? They will try to save. So government says we will accept actual selling price as TV only if supplier and recipient of supply are not related. And price is sole consideration. Sole means sole means sole means only. Sole means only. Price is only consideration for supply. Once say the two conditions along with me. What are the conditions? Supplier and recipient of supply are not related to each other, and price is sole consideration for supply. What is meaning of this? Sole consideration for supply. Example, there is a shop selling mobile phones. There is a shop selling mobile phones. You as a customer, you go to this shop. Customer goes to this shop and shop sells him iPhone 16 and customer pays say 80,000. That's it. Transaction is over. Here assessable value is equal to 80,000. That is the selling price of the iPhone. Clear, na? Because this is the consideration. Consideration is in terms of money. Simple. Very simple. This is a normal transaction. But example number 2, see what happens. Example number 2, see what happens. There is a shop and there is a customer and shop sells iPhone 16. Shop sells iPhone 16. Customer pays rupees 60,000. Customer pays rupees 60,000 plus he gives old phone. Understood? Plus he gives what? Old phone. This is called as exchange offer. Is price sole consideration? This is the price, now? Friends, answer in yes or no at least. Is price the sole consideration? Friends, answer at least in yes or no. Is this price the sole consideration? No. What is another consideration? Exactly. Price is not sole consideration. Is price sole consideration? Answer is no. Another consideration is old phone. Now what is the assessable value? Assessable value is not for sure 60,000. Assessable value cannot be taken as transaction value. That is 60,000. Make sense? So what is the assessable value? Your institute is so clear on this that we will ask you questions on this at final level. This is not covered in intermediate level. In intermediate level, we have only section 15(1), 2 and 3. This is dealt in 15(4), where they say value will be computed as per rules. Rule number 27 to 35, which is in CA final syllabus, not at CA inter. So forget it. But I know now you are interested in knowing. So assessable value in this case will be open market value. Open market value means such iPhone is sold to other unrelated buyers at what price? 80,000. That will be accessible. So even if he pays 60 na, he will get bill of 80 plus GST. Remember, when you do this exchange of phone, you see your invoice. Your invoice will not for the amount that you pay. Your invoice will be for another amount, different amount. Clear? So this is a case. In example 2, the case is what? Where price is not where price is not sole considered. Clear? Now, have you understood till this point? Now see, 15 2, 15(1) is done. What AV shall include? What is 15(2)? What AV shall? What TV shall include? If government leaves on you now, if government leaves it on you, that what TV shall include, you will do manipulation. Human tendency is such. Means what? Again, let me give you example. A is selling to B a machine. What is A selling to B? Machine. Machine, he says that price of this machine, he says price of this machine is 10 lakh. But he says, pay me packing charges. What he says? Pay me packing charges of 50,000. But he says, wait, I am going to transport goods for you. So please pay me transport charges 75, say 75,000. Getting it? He says, wait, I'll give you free warranty. Means I will include warranty also. And you can't buy the goods unless you buy the warranty also. So pay me warranty charges of 25,000. Getting it? So now can you tell me what is the total amount charged? A has charged to B totally how much? 11 lakh 50,000. Now can you suggest me what do you think is the accessible value of the machine? Is the accessible value of machine 10 lakh or is it 1050 or is it 1150 or none of the above? Means what is the accessible value? Accessible value shall be transaction value, that is price actually paid or payable for supply of goods or services. Now what is the price paid payable in this case? 11 lakh 50,000 or maybe 10 lakh. If I consider only for machine, it is 10 lakh. Don't you think these are allied to machine? Machine cannot be supplied unless you do packing. Machine cannot be supplied unless it is transported. Machine cannot be supplied unless you give warranty. See, this laptop I bought. This laptop is supposed for 1 lakh. They told me there is a 2-year free warranty. Can I say, please, I don't want warranty. Give me discount of 5,000. They say, no, no. This is manufacturer's warranty. Means manufacturer is not ready to sell without warranty because it's a laptop of Lenovo and they have the reputation to keep. So they will give you warranty. If you buy at 1 lakh. Otherwise, don't buy. In short, it's a compulsory warranty. So in short, AV should include warranty. You remember my Vistara flight ticket? It should include meal also. I cannot bargain. Don't want meal minus 300 rupees. No, it is included. In short, all these are what? All these are expenses which are, yeah, what? They are incidental to supply. Government says include them in the value. Don't do drama. Government says what drama you are doing? 10 lakh, 75,000, 50,000, 25. Stop this drama. Actually, you want to say value is what? 1150. You are doing a drama of showing different bifurcations. If you have so much guts, then don't supply one of the thing. No, you want to supply compulsorily. Means actually you want to recover how much? 1150. That will be accessible value. So this is to be included. As per which section subsection? 15 to clause. Now I am interested in clauses. So it was fine till section subsections. Now you have gone to clauses also. Yes, I want to do wherever possible with clause. So this is given in clause C. This is given in clause C. You should include this. What should be included? Any expenses which are incidental to supply. I can tell you lots of examples. If you go and buy a car, you get a free servicing for 2 years. Can you say, I don't want free servicing? Keep these coupons with you. Reduce the price of the car. You can't negotiate like that because all these are incidental to supply. Clear? Then, next, what will you do in this case? Another example. Another example. This is example of 15 to A. You should include any taxes. What you should include? Yes, what you should include? Other than GST. Very dangerous. See another example. I have, I have, I have sold motor car for 10 lakhs. You know how the quotation is? X showroom and on road. On road price is different. X showroom price is different. Why? There are RTO taxes or state taxes or municipal taxes, road taxes, whatever you call it, road taxes. Say this road taxes are 50,000. Now what is the assessable value? 10 lakh or 10 lakh 50,000? Exactly, government says include the assessable, I mean include the road taxes and other taxes. You will include taxes other than GST. Which taxes you will not include? GST. Which will you include? You include any other taxes by whatever name called. Okay, another example. Suppose a PCA means practicing CA charges rupees 1,18,000 including GST at 18%. Now tell me, now tell me, is 1,18,000 final assessable value? No, because it includes. Now you will not charge GST on 118 because 118 actually 118 is equal to 100 assessable value plus 18 GST. So GST amount is how much? Calculate GST amount. What is the GST amount? Is the GST amount 18,000? Check, we did cross multiplication. So can you tell me what is assessable value? Assessable value is 1 lakh. Very small and very small things, but very important things. Very obvious things, but you should be having knowledge of them. AV shall be equal to TV. TV will include A, taxes other than GST. You have seen C clause also. Which clauses you have not seen? B. We'll go to 15 to B now. Understood, no? We will go to 15 to we will go to 15 to B. What is B now? Understand. B is very critical. Understand. A is there. A sold goods to B for 1 lakh rupees. Pay attention. Huh? A sold goods to B for how much? 1 lakh. A has purchased, very unique, so all of you pay attention. A has purchased raw material. A has purchased raw material of 20,000 from C. So now do you agree? A is payable to C. A has purchased raw material from C. So A is payable to C. Now A instructs B to pay to C on his behalf. And A does so. Who is payable actually? It is whose liability to pay to C? A. Who is A? Supplier. Who is B? Recipient of supply. In this transaction, I am saying, in transaction between A and B. B pays how much to C? 20,000. On whose behalf? A. In short, C has paid extra, sorry, B has paid extra 20,000 to A. If I had to pay something to X person and you pay, means you are doing favor on me. Means you are giving me extra payment. Why you are giving me extra payment? Because I have sold goods to you. I sold goods to you for 1 lakh. You should silently pay me 1 lakh. No? But what have you done? You have paid me 1 lakh and you have paid on my behalf to someone 20,000. Indirectly, how much benefit you made me? 1 lakh 20,000. So government says, we know what is happening. You all are trying to fool us. You are trying to show the value as 1 lakh, but actually recover 1 lakh 20,000. So government says, don't try to fool us. The school in which you are studying, we are the principal of that school. We have been checking this evasion from last so many years. Government says. So we will make a inclusion. What we will do? 15 to B. What 15 to B says? 15 to B says transaction value shall include. What it shall include? Transaction value shall include what? Any expenses incurred by. Who is incurring these expenses? Very good. Incurred by recipient of supply. On whose behalf? Exactly. On behalf of supplier. So what will be the accessible value? Exactly. So accessible value will be 1 lakh plus that 20,000. So accessible value will be 1 lakh 20,000. Do you all agree with me? Say yes. Compulsory say yes. Means if you say want to say yes. If you agree, then say yes. Almost we are done with section 15. What else should we include? D clause. D, I should not say 4 like this. D clause. Any interest, late fees, penalties recovered from recipient of supply for delay in payment. Means what? Pay attention. A has sold goods to B on 1st March 2025 for 1 lakh rupees. So nicely accessible value was how much? 1 lakh. Nicely accessible value was 1 lakh. Everything was going well. But B, who? B did not make payment to A in time. B did not make payment to A in time. So on 10th of May 2025, B made payment to A. How much payment? B made payment to A of 1 lakh 5,000, in which rupees 5,000 is interest. So this is now accessible value. 5,000 is also included. Government says if we don't do this, you people will fool us. You will show less value of goods and more interest. So government says we don't want to go in details. If you recover anything as interest, penalty, late fees, or any other name you call it, but why are you recovering it? Because you're making delay in payment. You will include it in the value. It is as good as you have supplied the goods or services, original goods or services. Value of supply will increase to the extent of such interest, late fees, penalty. Clear, all of you? Understood why we need a section for valuation? Otherwise, people will take government for granted. They will do what they want. See, you will start understanding tax well that day when you understand tax is not about computation. Tax is a law, and it is anti-avoidance law. Means where people could have thought of avoidance, government thoughts of putting anti-avoidance. When you understand this perspective, you will understand why law is so lengthy. If everyone was honest, only saying AV's TV bye bye would have been fine. But now we have to tell you that TV should include these things. If everyone was like pro level honest, then there was no need to tell you all these things. They wouldn't have defined so many things. But government has reached the ultra pro max level because they have handled all type of evaders of tax. So they have made the law very strict. Clause E, last clause, 15 to E. What is E? Did you read E? It is subsidies. It is subsidies linked to price of goods other than CG. CG means central government slash state government subsidy. Now what is this? Understand. Understand. Full subsidy concept you will understand, and you will understand what they are trying to say. See, pay attention. Mahendra Electrics, Mahendra Electric is trying to sell a car, e-vehicle, e-vehicle. Okay, they are trying to sell e-vehicle to Mr. A. To Mr. A. The price of this e-vehicle they want to keep is 10 lakh. How much? 10 lakh. Small vehicle. But government says, wait, no one will purchase for 10 lakh. It's a small vehicle. They will go for, people will better go for petrol version or diesel version or CNG version. But no one will go for e-vehicle. Government says we want to increase the e-vehicles on the road that will decrease pollution and decrease other problems and increase sustainability. But Mahindra Motor says we cannot decrease the price because technology is not that much penetrated. So if technology is not penetrated, fixed cost is more. And if fixed cost is more, overall cost is more and selling price will be more. So we can't do anything. Government says, wait, we will give you, central government says, wait, we will give you subsidy of say 2 lakh. Now what is the selling price? Now what is meaning of subsidy? Now deduction. Why deduction has happened? Mahindra Electric, when they sell one car, they will get 2 lakh rupees. From whom? From government. When they sell car for 10 lakhs, but they will not need to sell for 10 lakh, they will need to sell only for 8 lakh. From customer, they will get 8 lakh. From government, they will get 2 lakhs. Means, please understand, Mahindra Motors will not go in loss. They will get 10 lakhs. But 2 from government. Getting it? 2 from government, 8 from customer. Question is, GST will be collected on what price? 8 lakhs. Why 8 lakhs? Because government says we are giving subsidy. If we are charging GST on that, then we are again increasing the price to the extent of GST. So better we will exclude GST. But government is saying, that you should include subsidies linked to the price other than CG and SG subsidy. Now till this point it's fine. Assessable value 8 lakh is fine. But now one NGO comes and NGO says we will give subsidy. NGO gives subsidy. NGO gives subsidy of 1 lakh. Now tell me what is assessable value. Now, very good. Price to be recovered from customer is how much? Price to be recovered from customer is how much? Nahi. No. Price to be recovered from customer is 7 lakh. But assessable value will be how much? But assessable value will be 8 lakh. Why? You should include subsidy linked to the price of the goods other than central government and state government subsidy. So in short, assessable value will be 7 lakh plus 1 lakh. Assessable value will be 7 lakh plus 1 lakh. What is 1 lakh? Other than CG slash SG. Do you agree? You will think how greedy is government. Someone is giving subsidy. On that subsidy they want GST. But it's not about, again, anti-tax avoidance. If such point is not there, then what will happen? Think about that. 1 minute assume, there is no clause E. For 1 minute assume that there is no clause. 1 minute assume there is no clause E. Means subsidy we have to exclude. Every subsidy we have to exclude. Assume. How much I am recovering from customer? 7. So assume for one moment I have to pay GST only on 7. What if the subsidy is a fake subsidy? How fake, you will say? When you as a customer, you will come to the showroom, I will tell you that do you want to save GST on 1 lakh? You will say of course yes, 18,000. Then I will tell you there is one solution. We have a subsidy, we have a NGO. When you buy a car, compulsory donate 1 lakh to NGO. That NGO will give us what? That NGO will give us subsidy. So we will get our 8 lakh, but you will pay GST on 7 lakh. You could have fooled government if you could have. Pay attention here because this is most critical clause. 99% students afterwards will have doubt only in one clause, that is this clause. So pay attention 100% to this clause. Getting it? We could have easily fooled government. How we could have fooled government? See, as a customer, you want to save GST. So we would have told you that, sir, madam, original price is 8 lakh. Do one thing, you pay us only 7 lakh. But there is this counter. This counter accepts donation. You compulsorily pay donation of how much? 1 lakh. So we will get that 1 lakh rupees. And that we will show as subsidy received. And you will pay GST only on 7 lakhs. You'll at least save you 18,000 rupees. But government says we will not trust this. We will not trust anyone's subsidy except C and S. And one more thing, we will not even trust local authorities subsidy. Only CG and SG. No one else subsidy. Anyone can fool us. Clear? This completes 15 2. So as a thumb rule, what will you do? In simple language, as a thumb rule, what you will do? In a question, if you get a price of 7 lakh and they say 7 lakh is after subsidy and they give you CG subsidy, what will you do? Neglect. And they give you NGO subsidy, what will you do? Add. That's the thumb rule. So what is the thumb rule for this? I am giving you this thumb rule because across India I have seen students, when they start solving questions on value of supply, this is typical place where they get doubts. Other things they solve like this. So thumb rule is what? Price after subsidy will be given. In the question, what happened? In the question, price after subsidy will be given. That is, say, rupees, in our above example, that is, say, rupees 7 lakh. And information given will be government subsidy. How much government subsidy? 2 lakhs. And NGO subsidy. How much NGO subsidy? 1 lakh. What will you do? Government subsidy? What? Neglect. Why neglect? As already what? Excluded. It has to be excluded. It is already excluded. And what will you do with this 1 lakh? NGO subsidy. NGO subsidy you will add. Why add? It is deducted, but should have been. Yes, but should be included. That's why you will add. I have seen till final level they ask you these questions on subsidy. And students will keep on getting confused. One very common clause given in the question will be price is after subsidy, or price is after considering subsidy, or price is after deducting subsidy. Everything means one and the same. I have not seen they giving you any time price before subsidy. Anyways, if they give you price before subsidy, then just minus government subsidy. Means if they give you 10 lakh, now how will you reach? Minus 2 lakhs. If they give you 7 lakh, then plus 1 lakh. Clear? Too much we have done for day one. I think. I should give you weightage now of your overall syllabus. And tomorrow in first session we will go ahead and do topic of valuation. But I did not discuss about weightage with you. On first day itself I should tell weightage. Na? Where should I tell you weightage? Wherever I feel. Right. Okay. Go ahead. Write the weightage. Weightage is topic wise. Surely one topic I will go from most important to least important. I'll go from most important to least important. Value of supply. Value of supply. 5. 5. Compulsory 5. You know section is 15. Time of supply. Time of supply 3 minimum. 3 marks weightage. You know which sections? 12 and 13. Composition levi. One of the favorite of examiner. Composition levi. 5. Fourth, you know composition levi is what? Section 10. Fourth, ITC. Everything about ITC. In ITC, main weightage will be on 16. After 16, 17.5. After 17.5, 49.5. I will count 49.5 also in this. Means using ITC to pay output tax. So 16, 17.5 means block credits. 49.5, 17.5 is blocked credits. And then I will give least weightage to 18. Special circumstances. Special circumstances will become important at final level mostly, but it is there at inter level. We'll do it. So here weightage would be 10. Why 10? Big question can be asked on this. Combined question. Combined question means compute net GST. Net GST means you only find out output tax, you only find out ITC, then you do output tax minus ITC. 10 marks. Fifth, registration. In registration, most important to least important sections I am writing 22, 24, 23, 25, 27, 29, 28. Most important to least important. Weightage will be about 5 marks. 15, 20, 25, 28 we have done, na? Good. Sixth, how much we have done by the way? 5, 7, 8, 28, no? Huh. Done till this? Then exemptions. Exemptions plus scope of supply. Plus scope of supply. Means you know, vast, it is very vast. Because 11 is to be read with notification 12 by 2017. So section 11 plus notification, section 11 plus notification number 12 by 2017 plus section 7 plus 8. All of these things together might have weighted up to 7 marks. Seventh, place of supply. Place of supply will have weightage of about 5 marks. Now, how many? What is the total? Someone keep the track of total. What is done till now? 12 and 5, 17 and 10, 27 and 5, 32 and 8. 40 is done. 40 is done till now. Eighth, TDS, TCS, 3 marks. Filing of returns. Filing of returns plus documents plus accounts records plus payments. Remaining 7 marks. Check. Everything is covered. This is how your weightages are. Is 50 done? Please check. 7 is covered, 8 covered, 9, 9. Of course, 9, here only you can put 9, exemptions and all. 10 is covered, 11 covered, 12, 13 covered, 15 covered, 15 from 15 only we started, 16 to 18 covered, 22 to 30 covered, 31, 34, 35, 36, 37 to 48 covered, 49 covered, 50, 51, 52 covered, 68 e-way bills covered in documents, POS covered. Fantastic. Everything is covered. All of you comfortable today's session? Fine then. At exact 3:45 I am leaving you. But from tomorrow we'll start at exact 8:30. I'll see to it that I come at 8 o'clock, do this setting, and then we can start at exact 8:30. Fine, carry at least one notebook for solving the sums and whatever notes you want to take out on the way. Thank you so much. I'll see you in next session.